Now to other matters. Some members of the Senior Staff Association of Nigeria on Wednesday barred the president of the association, Innocent Bola-Audu, from gaining entrance into its Abuja secretariat. Mr. Bola-Audu, with his supporters, had headed to the ASCSN office to resume duty as a national president following his recent reinstatement by an order of the court. Celestine Area reports.
The National Industrial Court sitting in Abuja on July 9, 2024, voided the purported suspension of Mr. Bola-Audu and reinstated him as the rotating president of ASCN till when his tenure is completed. In the judgment delivered virtually, Justice Oyewumi Ayobola held that the suspension of Mr. Bola-Audu by the Central Working Committee of ASCN and his subsequent expulsion by the National Working Committee was unlawful. The court says that Mr. Bola-Audu ought to have been reinstated as the president of the association after a High Court of the Federal Capital Territory sitting in Maitama dismissed all criminal charges filed against him by NAPTIP. The two defendants, Tommy Okon, cannot continue to act as the acting president but can return to his position as vice president of the union. Meanwhile, tension was high at the gate of the office complex of ASCN that was under lock and key, with armed policemen and some members loyal to Tommy Okon inside. Locked outside of the office was a large crowd of ASCN members loyal to Bola-Audu, heavily armed policemen too, and newsmen. Reacting to the situation, Babatunde Adewusi, loyal to Bola-Audu, expressed dismay at the way the police is handling the chaos.
It must be respected. That is the only way we can preserve law and order in this country. If judgments are given and individuals think that they can take law into their own hands to do what they like, this is what you will see. Matters went to court. We spent 3 years in court. A lot of tactics and a lot of things were done to frustrate that trial from getting to judgment.
Also speaking, the president did not hide his feelings about the way the police approached the issue.
It is declaratory and injunctive. Two things we need to know: is declaratory and it is injunctive. And so I had to inform the security agencies to give me escort to go to my office, only to come and discover that some miscreants have locked the office and they are behind inside the premises and refusing to open the door.
Celestina Area, TVC News, Abuja.
President, Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, Innocent Bola-Audu, joins me on the news now. Mr. Bola-Audu, what happened? Help us understand the situation. Why were you barred from gaining access into the office secretariat?
Well, thank you for having me this afternoon, and I'm really very grateful and delighted to have the opportunity to speak on this issue on a world media stage like this. Yesterday, it was a big surprise for myself and all our teaming supporters, because we had thought that the courts having concluded the matter for us, we should be able to come together and then move our association forward in the interest of our members. And so I had to start to consult with our members to ensure that we come together. And so yesterday, I decided to go and resume in the office, only for me to discover that some other interest that has always been there, creating these problems for our great union, had mobilized a few staff of the union and some few members to go in and lock the office to prevent me from resuming in my office as the president of Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria. So yesterday it was a surprise to me and to every member of the association.
All right, but Mr. Bola-Audu, it was on the 9th of July that the court actually reinstated you. Why did you wait till the 17th before you made attempt to gain access into your office?
Oh, thank you very much. You will realize that the Honorable Justice who delivered that judgment was elevated to a higher court. Justice Oyewumi was elevated. And immediately after that judgment, I think she had her inauguration to the higher chambers. And so getting the CTC of that judgment took a while. It took almost about a week for us to assess that CTC. And like a law-abiding citizen, I didn't just want to say what was said on the television or the screen and I begin to run with that. I wanted to have concrete evidence to say, okay, yes, this is it. It's with us right now. And that was why it took that long for me to go to the office. And secondly, I had to consult wide to at least want to bring everybody together to say, we've been fighting for 3 years now. I think it's enough. Let's go work together so we can be useful to our members.
All right.
That's what I feel happened.
Okay, this next question is like two in one. First, when is your tenure, expected to elapse? And then secondly, what are the next steps? Are you considering speaking with Mr. Okon, maybe, on a man-to-man level to see how this can be resolved? Or do you intend going back to the courts to seek, an entrenchment of this court judgment?
Thank you very much. My tenure would end on the 29th of July, 2024. Yesterday, when they made it difficult for me to access the office, at a point the FCT Commissioner for Police, Mr. Benedict Igwe, had to intervene. And then he invited myself and Okon to his office. And I quite appreciate his efforts in spite of the court judgment to try and bring peace around his domain. And we had very fruitful discussions yesterday. He is trying to mediate, even though I have the judgment right now. And he has given us 2 days to consult with ourselves and then get back to him again on Sunday on what we have agreed upon. And I also want to just use this opportunity to say to Okon that I really do not have anything against anybody. If they would want to listen to me, I think it is time we come together and then put aside these differences and move the union forward.
All right, we need to go now. President, Association of Senior Civil Servants of Nigeria, Innocent Bola-Audu, thank you for talking to us on TVC News at 1.
Thank you.